Hey Jack, this is Professor Oz coming to you from Bandon, Oregon. We're, believe it or not, I want to sound like white trash, but we're about a quarter mile from the city dump. The reason that we are here is because there's been all kinds of activity lately around the city dump. People have been seeing Bigfoots crossing the road. My friend Gene, who I'm going to interview later on, found a really big footprint. He found some trash bags out in the middle of nowhere, couldn't figure out, and found a footprint by him. So there's lots of things going on right here. Right now we're kind of on the edge of clear cut, scanning the tree line. We haven't found anything of significance yet. We've seen some game trails. What's the significance of the game trail? Well, that's because that's where the critters like to go. Where the critters like to go, Bigfoot likes to go too. So it's really nice weather right now. It's about 64 degrees, kind of cloudy and overcast. The sun's been poking through. The forest has gone quiet a few times since we've been here. A lot of times people say when the forest goes quiet, you don't hear the birds chirping or anything like that. There could be a Bigfoot around. I'm not going to say there is or there isn't, but that seems to be the case. So I'm going to probably stop here in a second, and I want to bring my friend Gene, who lives up here in Bandon. He has an interesting story about how he found his first footprint and how that got him into looking for Bigfoot. I just got back from the Bandon conference. I didn't really take any video there. I thought I might actually do something here for the show, but I was having such a good time, Jack, I decided not to. I wanted to partay, as you guys know what that is all about, right? So what's the old saying? I was YOLOing, that's right. So anyway, it was a great experience there. I did a little bit of sleuthing around there, sleuthing, and couldn't find anything of interest. But once again, we're here. The birds are starting to make some noises again, so probably coast clear. With this beautiful area up here, just miles and miles and miles of forest, streams, rivers, all the habitat that a Bigfoot needs. Deer, fish, it's all out here. So anyway, I'm going to stop here. We're going to take a look around. I'm going to bring my friend Gene back, ask him a few questions, and who knows, maybe something will happen between now and then. Giddy up and over and out. Hey Jack, Professor Oz back again. We think we might have found a footprint. I don't know if you can see it here. I'm going to point to it. Right here in the embankment, measured about 19 inches. We're not sure what it was. It could have been something else, but Gene, my friend who lives here and tracks, says it's definitely not a double tap by a bear. It's definitely, and I know enough about that stuff too, and I know it's not an elk or a deer. We followed the line over this. It's mostly just a bunch of deadfall and dirt. And I'm going to get my dog away from it here. Get out of here. Go on, out, out, out. Anyway, about 19 inches. We think it might be a Bigfoot. We're kind of excited about it. I don't know if I got it pointed the right direction. I'm looking here going, well, maybe I should adjust just a little bit. There you go. And we're in an area that they're known to frequent. I went on the other side, and you can see something big has been on the other side, doing lots of movement, but nothing really clear that we could say was another trap. But you can see, once again, there's a lot of stuff in there, and the dirt, and the just an overall crunch back there. Something big had gone back through there. So on the other side, the forest starts again, and Bigfoots are known to travel through clear cuts for whatever reason we don't know, but they seem to move along here. Once again, we're not too far from the city dump where a lot of these things are going on. So I thought I'd like to share that with you. I thought that's pretty exciting. Once again, measured about 18, 19 inches, just like my track I found in the Western Sierras a few years ago. This is going up a slight embankment. I don't know if you can tell from the picture here that it's a slight embankment going up here. And a lot of times those are also harder to notice and cast. But I wish I had a little more toe definition. But Gene said he thought it was one of the better ones he's seen, and we are definitely in an area where they could be. So anyway, we're going to check in later, so don't leave. Jack. Hey Jack, this is Professor Oz winding up this part of my trip to Oregon, Bandon. We walked in the steps of Bigfoot today, I believe. That was a nice firm track that was in the ground. The only thing was missing was some toe prints, but I didn't show it on my video here on my GoPro, but we tried to duplicate something of that depth going up the embankment further down, and I barely scratched the surface. So something very, very big and powerful put its foot there. My friend who's an expert tracker said there is no way that was a double tap by a bear. So, Jack, when you walk in the footsteps of Bigfoot, you better be careful, Jack. So the next part of my trip, which is going to begin tomorrow, will take me back to SoCal We are going to go down to the Sixes River and the Elk River, and that's not sexes, Jack. That's the Sixes, as in the number 6. We'll be going there, looking for a place to camp, spend the night. There's been all kinds of crazy stories going on about that place. Local story just recently, a guy on his motorcycle went there one night to look at the stars. He parked his motorcycle down the roadways on the Sixes River, and he heard crashing coming 2 different places, and then saw a Bigfoot coming down the road. He was so freaked out that he jumped on his motorcycle without his helmet, and then later on came back the next day and got his helmet. And this place is just loaded with stories like this. So if you're looking for a place to get a good fish and chips, which I just had for lunch, Jack, Bandon is the place to go. Great seafood. It's beautiful weather. If you're roasting your butt off in SoCal right now, it's 64 degrees. As you can see, I'm wearing a beanie here, long sleeve shirt, and a Pendleton, wool Pendleton, and I'm still pretty cold. Anyway, thanks for all the tweet backs from my tweets earlier today about showing the pictures of the footprint and my doggy out there, and we were pretty far away from everything, although you'd be surprised how close these animals actually come to town. They were actually pretty close to the city dump. That's where we were. The city dump probably was only about half a mile away, and my friend before has found garbage bags literally been picked up and taken out of the dump with large footprints there. So we knew we were in the right area. I guess it would have been nice to maybe hear a scream, a yell, see something, or to get a footprint with a little bit more toe definition. But after all my years of out there looking around, I'm fairly convinced we got the real deal, Jack. So hopefully we're going to go to the Sixes and the Elk tomorrow. I'm going to see something and it's not going to suck. All right? And on top of that, I'm not going to say, my life sucks, because I can't find something that's going to be really, really good. Also, hopefully I'm going to be able to say, what the boop is going on tomorrow night sometime, and have some real exciting things happen. Then again, maybe nothing. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for checking in to my YouTube show here. Hope you enjoy it. We're going to try to keep things rolling here as long as I can. So all I got to say is later, Jack.